Many people say that you have to start early to succeed in Atomy, but that's not really true at all. Many people, they also say that timing is important because that's how it's explained in the textbooks. So many people say that timing is important in network marketing. Let's think about that statement for just a second. If only those who start early can reap rewards, what happens to people that join later? That would be a big problem, right? Companies that choose to promote themselves in such a way, what's going to happen to them 10 years later? People are going to leave, right? So you should not say such things. A company that will last a long time is never going to say those kinds of things. It's not about the timing. The textbooks are wrong. Actually, many leaders even emphasize in their lectures that timing is important in network marketing. Then what happens to the people who start late? Those people will not be motivated to work hard. And where are all the people who miss their chance going to go? They're going to go to new network marketing companies. That company is going to collapse sooner or later. So companies that talk about the importance of timing, they are very short-sighted. That's why they talk about timing. A true network marketing company, they should not discriminate among members who started late in the business. I will update these explanations in my textbooks. That is the only way that a company will last 10, 50, even 100 years. If 100 years later, everyone has left the company and has gone to a different company, that's not a sustainable company at all. That kind of company won't even last for 10 years. So what must be done? Regardless of timing, everyone must be number one. Atomy. Let's say you started at this point. Then after some time, your compensation will be fixed and it will not change. Yeah. And then there's the compensation that is received depending upon rank. This is needed as well. As shown in the graph, even if you do start late, everyone can meet at the top. Therefore, in Atomy, it does not matter even if you do start late. Actually, if you're tired, you can rest and start again 10 or 20 years later. It's really okay. Why? Because Atomy's system is designed so that it's okay even if you start late. What will happen if 10 to 20 years later, only a few people are able to reach the top? At Atomy, we always say, see you at the top. What would happen if only a few people could ever reach the top? Let's say, for example, a few people reach the peak. Then what happens? Let's say that no one can reach the top anymore because they all missed the proper timing. Then what's going to happen? These people are going to fall. They will crash as if they never had wings. Then, is it right to say that timing is important in network marketing business? Not at all. People who say such things are people who do not know anything about network marketing yet. They are short-sighted people. They are cutting off their noses to spite their own face. They're going to find themselves eating those words. By saying that timing is important, they are implying their company will collapse in 5 to 10 years. In conclusion, all the companies that have said they can make quick money, none of them have survived in the history of business. All of these companies failed because they only focused on climbing the ranks. That is why, ironically, in order for you to survive in network marketing, you need to totally forget about the compensation framework. You will fail if you only focus on your compensation plan. You must focus on the products. You need a steady and reliable consumer group, and you need to make them become auto consumers. Yes, you should challenge yourself to reach higher ranks, but how should you do that? You should not do that by buying many products yourself to raise your ranks. Rather, you should focus on making many auto consumers under you. You should challenge yourself by saying, I will make many auto consumers under me this month. Can you repeat after me? A beautiful challenge. Yeah. Let us call the challenge of making many consumers a beautiful challenge. A beautiful challenge. Once again, If you only try to raise your PVs by purchasing many of Atomy's products by yourself, you are going to fail. If you hear around you that someone doesn't have that much money, even after they become a Sharon Rose Master or a Star Master, and say that there is not much left after their expenses, those people are the ones that only focused on their ranks by purchasing themselves the products. That is why taking shortcuts is not a good thing. It is about making many consumers under you. You have to work hard yourself, then together with your partners. Making 100, 1,000, even 10,000 consumers under you is what the Atomy business is all about. It is the same for working overseas as well. I hope you will not be anxious about being the first ones out there. That is not how an organization is made. The Atomy business is all about holding on to that one person and supporting them until the very end. There is no such thing as a free lunch. There are, of course, some instances where your partner might be smarter than you, so he will be more diligent than you. But in most cases, you are going to have to be the one who runs around furiously. You need to have the will that you will be the one that will form this organization. Therefore, I plead to you all that you don't be hasty in going abroad. Don't put too much on your plate. You should know your own limitations and capabilities. Just do as much as your capabilities are capable of doing. Sometimes you feel like you can challenge yourself and you can take a bigger bite than you can handle. A little bit of a challenge is actually a good thing. When you work hard and when you are supported by the company with these seminars, then when all these things come together, you will be able to perform at higher than your capacity. None of this comes for free. Let's take the Philippines branch, for example. In the beginning, there were many contractors that went out, and there were thousands of people during the opening. It's actually pretty quiet over there now. That's why I go myself to the Philippines these days. The same thing happened during the US opening as well. When I first went to the opening, more than 10 royal leaders tagged along with me. I told them to just come later, but they all came along anyway. I knew they were only going once or twice after that. It would have been better if only a few came along with me. So many went in the beginning that after that, no one went to the US. Since then, we created a system so that the royal leaders can take turns and visit the eastern and western parts of the United States. Actually, it wouldn't be an overstatement to say that the US market was made possible due to the royal leaders. It was due to their sweat and blood. We never back down once we decide on something. I will actually return to the Philippines as well. I will revive the market there once again. If you have the know-how, you know how to revive the market during hard times. However, people who do not have such know-how will just give up after little difficulty. If I was told that it doesn't work in the Philippines, I would start from scratch. I would go do seminars there constantly. I would probably move to the Philippines. Yeah. I would do whatever it took to revive the market. This is what it takes to do a business. This is the attitude you all should have when treating your partners. When they are trying to give up because it's too difficult, you have to be responsible for them and encourage them. You have to tell them, I will help you up. This is how far you need to go in order to make your partners successful. You need to have this kind of attitude. This is what a successful person does. And that is how you lead your partners. This actually shows your will. Your will is your power. This is the power of your mind, the power of confidence. Capabilities are merely secondary. confidence and strength, and sheer will. All of these things should have been taught in school.